2, which consists of opening bag F. You can open that, dump that out. It's going to be your battery tray, battery straps, double-sided foam tape, and a lot of screws and bolts and shims. And get those out of the way. The other thing you're going to need then is your frame rails. These are steel C-channeled rails. Just like a real truck. Those out. You're going to have your tranny sitting. Need that ready. I'm going to need parts tree 8000 or 80026 A and B. This is B. And we're going to need A as well. This is what's left of 26A. We need that stuff sitting aside. We also need then parts tree 80031. This has got a few clips pieces we need on it for wire clips. And then we need 80025. That's got our shock towers on it. So have all that stuff sitting by. And then we will start. I suppose the easiest way to do this is we're going to build everything to one side, and then we'll take and put the other side on and build it that way. We'll actually start with this chassis side. Axle logo at the back. You'll notice the curved part of the frame here. That's the front, straight part's the back. Axial logo is on the back and the outside. Okay, we've got the frame rail laying out. We got our bin full of screws here. I'm going to set the battery tray outside of that. Let's start dead center and mount up our transmission. Now this is actually kind of nice. There are two little studs on the side of the skid plate that will actually fit right in the two correct holes on the frame rail. Now we need two of the A863 self-tapping screws. And those are going to be the panhead type, like so. Not the countersunk, these are the panheads. And we're going to put one in that hole. Get another one here. Put one in that hole. Okay, so we've got that screwed. Now we're going to go and grab a shock tower off of the shock tower tree, which is tree number 80025. We want for the left rear, we want tower number 3. So we'll take tower number 3. That's going to go over the second hole set back. At the same time, we're also going to need off of 826B, that's A, we need part number 2, which is the X brace for the rear. Now the contoured shape to that faces down. There's actually a little shape to it. That hump goes down. It goes behind the plate on that shock tower. So actually what we can do is just set that inside the frame rail like so. We need 2 of the A894 screws, which are self-tapping countersunk screw. We're going to lay our shock tower over, take our countersunk self-tapping screw, and we're going to run the first one in. And we'll grab a second one. And tighten that up. Snug both of those up. We're going to grab shock tower number 1, which is the left front. That's going to go over the holes in the arch of the frame rail. And at the same time, we're going to grab cross brace number 1 off of 826B, which is this cross brace. The circular post mounts go towards the back, facing up. You'll notice it's actually arched to the shape of the frame rail. It'll fit in the back side of it. You can set that in there. Put the shock tower over, grab 2 of the self-tapping short countersunk screws. Now, one thing you're going to notice in this bag, or in that bag, there's actually a couple different lengths of countersunk screws. One thing that's nice about the manuals, the screws that are actually are the same size as what the screws need in the key off to the side. So if you're not sure, just grab the screws and match them up. They're the same length as what's in the picture. We'll go and put, that's our screw right there. Put the last one in here. Like so. Okay, then we're going to go, there's 2 cross braces in the front. One's a cross brace, one's kind of a simulated little black bumper. The first one is off of parts tree. They're actually both on the same parts tree. They're both on 80026A. We have part number 1 and 2. 2 being the simulated little bumper, 1 being the cross brace. The cross brace goes with, it only actually goes in one way. It's molded to fit into the frame. It's got a guide peg, goes into the smaller hole in the chassis, which is actually the 4th hole back. Then you're going to want to get one of the pan head Phillips screws, self-tapping pan head. Screw that one in. Grab your bumper. The bumper's the same way. It's got the guide peg. It can only go in one way. Second hole is for the guide peg. Grab another one of those self-tapping pan head screws. And put that in. Now we'll quick jump to the back here. We need the rear brace bumper assembly. It's on part tree 80026B, and it is part number 3. Again, this will only go in one way. It's got that little lock pin. Grab your self-tapping pan head screw, and go ahead and screw that in. Okay, at this point you basically have everything attached to the one side of the rail. Now what we need to do is we're going to flip this over like so, grab the other side of the frame rail, and we're going to actually just lay it right on here. We'll get our guide pegs lined up. We're going to start at the back